It's early season. I'm recording this on November 22nd. And here in Salt Lake, we are not dealing with the most snow in the world, to be honest. Our family up in the Northwest and up in Canada are definitely experiencing a lot more snow than us. But since we have a small amount of snow, I figured this is a good time to talk about early season scouting. And you might have looked at another video that we've done that's about using the recent imagery tool to locate some of the early season snow to kind of scout potentially where a PWL might occur. That's a great tool to use, and we're actually going to use it again today, but use it in conjunction with another feature that is showcased specifically in the Wasatch. Onyx does a really good job of partnering up with local avalanche centers, and they actually have a live updated observations page, or they integrate public observations onto the map, and they're geolocated. So you can see we've got a couple different icons here. We've got these little mountains with snowflakes. Those are going to indicate observations that the public has made and submitted to the Avalanche Center. And then we've got over here, sorry if you can see my cursor over on the right, we've got a mountain, but it looks like a little avalanche on it. The more you zoom in, it won't get bigger. It won't get that much bigger, but we can see that we've got like a little avalanche on it. So that's just going to be recorded or reported avalanche. And those update actually as they're submitted. It's hooked up to the UAC website, and then I believe they last for about a week. So that's great in the winter time, you know, if you're planning out a ski tour, but it's also really good in the early season if you're trying to figure out where there might be some good snow. And this is a little hack. So if we combine both the public observations and our ability to look at our recent snow imagery or recent imagery, so we'll go to our layers. I'm on high quality imagery right now. I'm just gonna go to recent imagery, click that. We can see that we've got some good, not really good, actually pretty poor coverage, but we have coverage nonetheless. And we can see, oh man, it looks like all those observations are from those places where there's most coverage. You know, this right here, this is really classic area, and you have the benefit if you've paid for the subscription, you get to hear it. But Cardiac Ridge and kind of the cardiac drainage right here is in Mildy South is notorious for catching a lot of early season snow and packing it in quite deep. I have skied this little run up here, Cardiac Ridge, as early as late October, and powder skied the full, 1,500 feet that it runs down before you run into the boulders down here. So kind of cool tool to see, okay, yeah, we're mapping out where these public obs are. People are skiing in some of these locales. A lot of traditionally more north-facing terrain, especially for early season, but let's go in and kind of look at some of these. So if we click on one of them, it's going to showcase, we've got the observation here, and I think if we click on this one, yeah, longtime local here, Mark White, he added his observation. We can actually go review the original observation. It's just going to populate it into there. You can see, okay, he's saying he's in Cardiac Ridge at 9,900 feet. Not really giving us much other than a sick wind loading video. Let's take a look at this thing. Ripping up on the peaks, right? A lot of wind deposit there. And that is more or less how we can utilize this tool to find where folks are actually starting to ski. And sometimes you'll even get lucky, maybe this person, Alec McKay, sorry if I butchered your name. Yeah, we got some pits talking about the, looks like some buried facet layer on top of, or some new snow sitting on top of a grapple layer. So you can definitely get a feel for what's going on in the range pretty easily, especially using Onyx. This feature is not in every single location. We're just lucky that we have a huge population center here. But let's go take a look at one of the reported avalanches. Let's click on this one. Okay, we got Chris D. Let's go take a look at what he posted here. That's the Silver Fork Headwall. I'll go back to it really quick. This is, yeah, called the Silver Fork Headwall. This is a really classic ski run right here called West Bowl. Yeah, this is West Bowl right here. Even though it faces east, it's just to the west of East Bowl. So here we go. Over Silver Fork, East Bowl Pass is where they went. 9,800 feet, skier triggered, persistent weak layer. And it looks like it's failing on the rocky, shallow terrain. Facets love to live on top of rocks. So kind of cool to see it in place and get to see it actually in inside the map that we're looking at itself. So cool feature, good way to scout, maybe piggyback on other people's work of figuring out where to ski early season. And yeah, cool cool thing to use early season that I'd recommend all folks that have the ability to utilize these public obs that integrate into Onyx to use them to their fullest extent, especially deep winter planning a ski tour.